Hello, this is for the CEO, COO, CFO, and Board of Supervisors of American Airlines. Um, One thing that's really hurting American Airlines' business and overall growth as a company is these budget airlines. There are a lot of customers in the United States that see getting on an airplane as them getting from point A to point B. That's it. It's no longer the experience that was originally advertised way back in the 50s and 60s when air travel first became a thing in the United States. So, because of that, people are not paying for first class anymore. People aren't even looking on our website because the other guys have such lower rates. And flying on an airplane is just point A to point B nowadays. So how do we beat that mentality, especially on our international flights? Well, the way that we do that is we promote these perks, first class and even business class, through smaller routes that go from either hub to hub or maybe suburbs of one hub to a different hub. Plans that we might actually run anyway for maintenance and whatnot. And we offer the high quality perks on those smaller routes for unbeatable prices. That way, we can market to these areas and they can actually go and experience what does it mean to fly first class? What does it mean to have special beverage service and bigger chairs and better entertainment options and all of that. Because as of right now, the average American has no idea. And because they have no idea that flying can be an actual experience, they're leaning on these other budget airlines just to get them from point A to point B. Now, in order to get this plan to work, because we see the how much the first class and business class difference is regularly, we have to make sure to make up these costs somewhere. And because we're doing it on these smaller routes for cheap prices, we can make up the money either by charging a little bit more for the longer routes or by ensuring that American Airlines can become America's heartland airline by taking our brand and putting it into the suburbs of this nation. And the way that we do that is those perks that we offer on the little flights in first class and whatnot, we could provide those through local vendors in the communities. We could advertise them in our travel magazines as a quid pro quo. We could we could do all sorts of things. And not only does this actually take business away from those budget airlines, but it'll create further brand loyalty because they know that their money will go further on our airline because they've experienced the higher quality perks that it has to offer. Now, communicating this whole thing is going to be a bit of a pain. This is going to involve the marketing department, the finance department, the flight operations department, and those on the front lines. Now, we could do it the easy way and just do a nice big company-wide town hall over Zoom, and I could come on and you guys can come on and we could have these graphs and we could say, "Oh, look at the pretty colors. Look at what's going to happen possibly to our profit and our market share and our sales of other goods." But the reality is people just want to go back to work. So, in order for this communication plan to work, we need to decrease the amount of distance between us and our stakeholders. So in order for this communication plan to work, we need to get in the trenches with our team. We see in our own industry at Southwest Airlines and in the fast food industry at Chick-fil-A and several other examples that servant leadership is the key to industry leadership in the marketplace. So how we do that is we actually get into the trenches. So each member will go to the different departments for about a week and we'll relearn the processes and we'll relearn the people and we'll relearn everything else. And then after we relearn everything and we share the idea, we will create cross-functional teams that are pitted against each other in a competition. Now, this competition will be to reach more people and stakeholders in their given areas against the other teams, but within each cross-functional team, there will be a board that shows American Airlines competition with the other ones, the other airlines. And there'll also be networking events where we get to actually spoil our employees with different perks, maybe better lunches, maybe they get one day off a week, something to where they actually have buy-in to our plan here. And if we have a little bit of healthy competition, that'll breed culture. And when we breed culture, we breed success. And after we breed success, we breed profit. So, within each cross-functional team, there will be a board or something that shows us in comparison to the other airlines to build company pride. But there will also be divisional competition that will create more innovation and camaraderie between the teams. And in the end, we will become America's #1 choice and #1 choice for first class.